great Thursday. ARS Atlanta, y'all know what the deal is. We got a special guest for you here today, straight from the Nap Town, from the east side of the Nap to be exact. We got my guy Anthony Profits in the motherfucking building, man.
What it do?
What's the deal? How you feeling?
Man, pretty good. Happy to be here.
Yes, sir. We're happy to have you, man. You came in flight and Dapper Dan.
You know what I'm talking about? Shout out I Candy, co-owner of this company, Custom Suits. Y'all need a suit or something, I'll let your boy. You know
I see that, man. They got
big pimping.
They got my man's name on the cuffs, man.
Yeah, you know, this real. This is custom.
That's player right there, man.
Where you from, my brother?
I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana, east side, 46218 area.
Yeah, I mean, you spit this motherfucker, man. I would
I
never bring none of my chicks around you. I'll have to keep them in the closet.
Nah, man, nah.
I'm just telling you, I mean, like, you look like you just fresh out the magazine. Like, you look like you on the cover of the Jet, the BET magazine.
I appreciate that.
So, you know, jumping right into it, you know, tell us a little bit about you, like, as an individual, like, you know.
I'm, just a regular guy, I'm a businessman that so happen to rap. I guess we could do it like that. I always been rapping, always doing my thing, and I started leaning towards management and working with other artists like that. But none of the artists were acting right, or they couldn't travel, didn't have no budget. It was always something with them.
Right.
Then I said, fuck it. I was like, shit, I can out rap anybody anyway. So fuck it, I'm going. Let me kick the door down for my artists.
More for them than they might have wanted for themselves.
You feel me? So I'm like, let me show them what to do, and then they can see my lead. Because we in a time where you got to show me.
Right.
Somebody be like, hey, I got this, I got that, I got this, I got that. But if a motherfucker pull you up and you ain't got followers, you ain't got big boy videos, you ain't making money.
Now you can't.
You ain't telling.
Yeah. So why nigga want to listen to me? So I'm like, all right. So for that 13, 14, 15-year-old, 18-year-old guy I ain't found yet. When I do come across him, like, hey, I'm gonna get your shit together, I'm gonna be a reference for him,
Right.
So he'll be able to look at me and my catalog and artists that I'm working with and see the shit's real,
Right.
So from the time you walked in the building, I didn't see nothing but profits. I didn't see nothing but money, smell like money, look like money, talk like money. So by you saying that you've been doing music or you've been, a music lover, like, who are some of the people that, I don't want to say inspired you, because you look like you inspired yourself, but
influence.
And musically or business-wise?
Music.
Yeah, I'm a Pisces, so I see two sides.
When's your birthday, bro?
March 15th.
My birthday, March 15th.
That's live, nigga. What you talking about, nigga? Hey, nigga,
I was waiting for him to say it.
God damn it.
I was waiting for him to say it.
15.
We can't even
I smell it. Every time somebody say Pisces, I'm like, hold on.
We ain't got number money.
So you know it ain't a game.
It ain't no
It's not a game.
Shakers and movers.
So yeah, man.
Yeah,
Who inspires you, man?
Look, I ain't never see that much emotion up on
Hey,
Hey, we a special breed, though. I never met this gentleman before in my life.
That's like you calling your numbers at bingo, like.
Oh, we won, nigga. 315. You know what I'm talking about?
I might have to play that.
Hey, I'll tell you something too, though. My birthday really held a special place for me because my grandmother was March the 1st, and she died on my birthday. We 2 weeks apart. Yeah, that's another story in itself. She ended up dying on my birthday too.
Okay.
And we 2 weeks apart, 14 days. She the 1st, and I'm the 15th. My son the 9th.
What year you follow?
I'm 79.
79?
Yep.
Okay. It's a little fast, a little earlier than mine.
It was the
this season game right here.
That's what's up. I mean,
the season game.
And I was just giving Jackpot his flowers before he passed. But he's a hustler. One thing about Pisces, my first love was a Pisces. My wife was a Pisces. My best friend was a Pisces. And I love Pisces. But Pisces, they kind of like Gemini.
It's two niggas now.
It is.
Like me, like I got a degree, but I tie you up if I'm broke. Nah, it's funny.
Nah, that's what it is. See, I go. That's how I split up my name. You know what I'm saying? Like people always like the Jackpot. That's who I was inspired to be. I was inspired to win, but I'm gamble because there was a time when I was out here shaking it. You know what I'm saying? Making it happen.
I've been there.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what they called me first. They called me Jay Gamble. You know what I'm saying? They added the Jackpot later on when we seen where I was going with things.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going for the profits.
Yeah.
So when I'm on my Jackpot shit, you might see me dressed up, you know what I'm saying? Dapper Dan, the shoes on, you know what I'm saying? Popping my
or
shit.
catch you in the hoodie.
This is gamble land. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for sure.
Yeah, that's dope.
Okay, so you play both sides. You're a businessman and then you're an artist. Which one would you feel comfortable speaking about first?
On the inspiration tip, like who?
Well, Well, I guess music first, and I'm here on music business, and then we can go into regular business first.
Okay, so I'm from the Midwest.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I was born in Chicago. I do know that for years.
Shout out O from Chicago.
Hey, took her to the
Chicago Finest right there behind you now.
Hey man, RP the King Von, man, FGB Duck, man, a lot of real niggas and the shy. You know what I mean? Midwest, we the best. These for the chronic, not the stress.
I swear for God.
So musically, you know, like we would have came up with Twister, Truth or Conflict, the Dating Family. You know, the Midwest, we had the Lunatics, we had Nelly. Shout out to Freddie Gibbs. You know what I mean? Like, who were some of the people that may have inspired you, or some people that you may have listened to coming up?
I practice for this part now. These what make profits as an artist, and these different guys are, you know, a little older, different generation or whatever. But I would say if you took Twister, E40, Mystical, Pimp C,
goddamn,
and AZ, homie from Brooklyn, that be with the firm. You take all them and throw them in a pot. We was with Nas. You throw all them in a pot. That's me.
AZ
you know what I mean?
was hard. Yeah, the low. He's somebody who
that money making block is along the line of like an AZ type of flow. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So when you hear that, and then like when you hear another song like when me and the one me and Boosie got, you know, that's more of like a mystical vibe. You know, when the octaves and the voice inflection is up and down, you know. So depending on the beat, depending on the record, is depending on what kind of guy you get. Now, I'm not never trying to sound like those guys, but those are guys that I've listened to, like Danny Deuce is hard.
Right.
And then, it's still guys like, like in modern day, like I like a Dave East, you know what I mean? Rest in peace, Nipsey, I fuck with him. Another young dude I fuck with, I'm actually getting ready to do a record with Larry June. I fuck with Larry. You know what I mean? Primo Rice.
Fuck with some Currency.
Currency, of course. Yeah,
now,
Currency, Jet Life. Primo is from Baltimore.
Okay.
Yeah, he's from Baltimore. Larry June is from San Francisco.
Yeah. Oh, so you all over the place.
Oh yeah.
You like a step, nigga. You just go anywhere you want to go.
Nationwide with pride, man.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Listen, so you have the gift of gab.
Now I ain't sold you nothing. How you go there?
I'm just saying, like, I'm from Chicago.
All right.
I'm really just peeping it. And
I be trying to hide it. Cause some motherfuckers be like, "Well, you talk too fast," but I ain't trying to sell nothing.
I talk fast. I say, no, you think slow, nigga.
Yeah, you think it's slow. Yeah, nigga, listening too slow. Like you 40 say, yeah.
Hey, listen, I'm with you. And then the combination of people that you put together, like, of course, Twister, legendary.
Right. And he by home though, he from Chicago, and he just the way he do it, the way he did it. I thought that was dope. Like in each one of the artists I named,
E40.
He
had his own.
That's my favorite ever.
Really?
I think in my personal opinion, I think E40 is the greatest rapper ever for two reasons. One, for longevity. First time I heard of him was like in 93, 94.
Okay.
And consistency. He always been flowing. But when it comes to being innovative, like every day we say something he came up with. Like I might see him up and call him a hater, you know what I mean? Like all kind of shit, we say a lot, that we say that we got from him,
That haters originated from.
Yeah, that's 40, all that,
So then you have,
40 water.
when 40 just did the verses with Too Short, right? He's representing the Bay.
Right.
But, I love E40. Can you give me some of his syrup, sauce, juice, some of the words he be using that just be crazy?
Shit, man. You got Player Hater, you got Captain Save 'em, you got man, he got too much shit, man.
He do.
He got too much shit for me to be like on the spot thinking
that's
like
crazy,
that.
Because I'm a little young.
Bring the yellow tape, you know what I mean?
And those are things that's in the culture that
Sprinkle me.
I never knew that.
Sprinkle me.
Yeah,
I never knew that these originated from E40. So you give me some news.
He did a lot. And another thing too about 40, always was great to reinvent himself, and he's still going. Like this brother. 55, 53, 4 years old, you know what I mean? He's still dropping, still consistent, you know what I mean? Now he's front row 40, you know what I mean? Right. He's still active. He a businessman, he got the wine, he got the liquor, he got clothes, he got all kind of shit going on.
He made us want to drink 40.
I didn't. That's crazy. So another guy too, I want to say too though, that I'm sitting there thinking got my brain racing. I can't forget BG. I fucked with BG. And I think that was the greatest kid rapper ever. Because on that It's All On You Volume 2, he was 16 and he was on Boy and everything. He was talking grown man shit.
He was.
And it was the first niggas I heard talking about a chopper. which is AK.
Right.
I didn't know what AK was, you know what I mean? But I heard of them niggas and I started fucking with them. Shout out BG.
So you touched a little bit on E40. Who else gave that spark as far as the business?
Business wise, you know, I own a hedge fund, so rap niggas really didn't motivate me too much on business.
Okay.
You know, business is more like Grant Cardone, you know, William Buffett, you know what I mean?
Right.
And, you know, guys I like it out of that, you know, Robert Greene, you know what I mean? Dude from 48 Laws of Power, dudes like that,
exactly.
you know. Those guys are, you know, more influential to me than like Damon John, you know, niggas like that, you know. You know, though they motivated me a little bit more than with the music guys. Guys with the music, their glass ceiling is low. Right. You know what I mean? They only can do so much. They got clothes, they got liquor, they got this and that, you know.
Right.
But you know, from my education and my background in the business world, you know, it's more investors and financial real wealth, you know,
and it's funny that you say that.
Like that.
So what turned you on to that?
Shit.
Because are those type of people walking around East Indiana?
Well, I'm originally from Indy. I'm currently nationwide. I'm everywhere right now. You know,
okay.
I'm in the Bay majority of the time out of the year. I just left Houston. I come in and out of here a lot. You know, one of my mentors from Baltimore. I went to college in Jackson State, JSU, the greatest team in the SWAC, the greatest school in the SWAC. You know what I mean?
So Mississippi.
Yeah, Jackson, Mississippi. Yep. And then you know, shit. I be a little bit everywhere. I got friends everywhere. You know, so it's really, you know, that's how that is on that. But the Eastside Indy, what I learned in Eastside Indy is what helped me to dream, you know, because in Indy we don't have no national artists as rappers, you know. We have Babyface, you know, even Coach K from QC's from Indy. It's a lot of guys from Indy.
Coach K.
Yeah, you know, it's a lot of guys from Indy, but you know, it ain't none that, you know, have done it music-wise, you know, to motivate or something like that. And even from a business standpoint, it's a lot of guys that are savvy business-wise, but, you know, I can't really say I was motivated business-wise from Eastside Indy. You know what I mean? Eastside Indy was more so, you know, teaching me how to survive. You feel me? You know, like I learned survival in Eastside Indy. I learned how to dream in Eastside Indy. When I went to college, like, you know, I got a GED, you know, because, you know, and we was all, you know, everybody was street active, you know.
Right.
So when my class graduated, I was like, damn, okay, shit. You know, for my mother, I was like, damn, I'm gonna go get a GED, you feel me? And when I went, I got high test scores, and then it was a lady that helped train me to get the GED. She begged me to go on a college tour with the boys club. We was boys club off 30th Keystone. And then I went. And then when I went to that, you know, we went to Atlanta, we took us to Tennessee State, they took us to Alabama. And my mama from Mississippi, so I was like, damn. I was like, shit, I'm gonna go to college. I didn't know what black college was. You don't know nothing about a black college in Indianapolis. Yeah, you know, it's IU, Notre Dame, Purdue. You know, ain't no black colleges. So, you know, I wasn't even interested. But after that trip, I was like, fuck this, I want to go to school. And then shit, my mama was like, shit, what? You know, I was super active too, though, you know, so. And then when I went to school, Mississippi taught me about civilians and society and, you know, and like, you know, setting business goals and setting, you know, getting, you know, your dreams in order, setting goals and, you know, trying to take the proper steps to accomplish things, you know.
So you was able to get your GED and then proceed to go to college?
Yeah, actually my business partner with these suits, he was my recruiter. And Dr. Steve Smith. And he you know, he got me because when you get a GED, you can't enroll straight into a university. So he had took me to a community college out in the Hines. And spiritually, that was a breakdown for me because I went from, well, I don't now. So at that time, I was selling dope every day. You know, my whole goal was to get triple gold and golds. Like I was ready to die and kill, to ride clean on 38. That's all I wanted to do. Right. I didn't want to do nothing else. I wanted a Coogee, some Advantajos, and some Daytons. That's all I wanted, you know, and that's my whole hood and everybody in my age group. That's all we wanted. Right. We wasn't like, yo, I'm about to go to college or, bro, I'm about to go get a trade. Nobody thought that. A lot of them, and a lot of us, because I'm part of them too, a lot of us died, went to prison. Like my brother just came back home from the feds for doing 15. You know, it's like a lot of us lost. You see what I'm saying? Right. So, but when I went to college, I was seeing guys that never had the mentality that we had, that never sold dope. Like they only sold dope when they listened to records. Right. You know, in the Midwest is a little different. You know, like you got to get off the porch in the Midwest. Like You'll get your head busted if you don't get off the porch. Like, you got to. The squares nigga knock your head off in my neighborhood. Wow. You know, so it was like, damn. When I went there, I started seeing what society was and what real tax-paying citizens were doing and thinking. And then that altered my vision, be like, well, damn, what's going to be my job? What's going to be my lane of business? Right. And I went there for marketing, and I just picked marketing because I was like, shit, I think it's gonna be easier than all the other ones. Right. But actually, that fit me. You know what I mean? Right. And then I grew into, being a marketing guru. So a little both places kind of shaped me to see that. But we're going out to the Bay, really let me see venture capitalists. Right. And really see like, oh shit, like damn, what's a hedge fund? What's an investment firm?
At what point did you make that transition?
Shit. To be honest, I say maybe now, hell, should we probably about 10 plus in now? Yeah, this ain't no fly by night,
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things I did notice is that, when you mentioned about 4 or 5 artists, a lot of them from definitely different geographical areas.
Correct.
But when you mentioned the business people, like we all knew the names that you were talking about when it came to hip hop.
Right.
But some of the names you threw out there, I'm sure the listeners wasn't up on these particular people.
Right.
And I think that's part of our problem. I think the people that we glorify or we look up to aren't the people that we should be looking up to. Not to take anything from the rappers,
right? But
who's able to go from a GED to be able to become a college graduate, to be able to be a marketing guru.
Right.
And now you're working with hedge funds and investments and probably cryptocurrency and things of that nature. So within the rap or within your platform, do you try to enlighten some of the people on where you came from in that time to who you become now?
In the music, like I don't have a song called Finances. I don't have a song called Accounting, you know what I mean? Or I don't have a song called Trade Lines, nothing like that. But in between the lyric and two, if you know. But I think a part of my brand, I think doing more things like this, interviews and shit like that, I can more relate it. Like my music isn't, hey, dope. If you listen to my music is a blend of things, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm not never glorifying anything. It's like all real life stories. And also you can see growth of things inside my music too. Cause I'll tell you something about like, hey, like, I got a song called Sell Dope Every Day. Then I got another song called Dope Game to tell you about, hey, you get caught, this is what you're looking at. Right. You know what I mean? Hey, you cook up too many times without a glove, you can be a sting too. And the biggest dope fiend in the dope game is the dealer. Not the dope fiend. Yeah, because the dealer get addicted to
the money, the fast
money, and all the other shit that don't make sense, So that is a part of that. But
that's why I like to say they got a trap for everybody.
They got a trap for everybody.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what your vice is, you know what I'm saying, they got it for you. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you get caught up on thinking, you know what I'm saying, chasing the cars and the clothes. You know what I'm saying? That's your trap. You somebody's customer.
Yeah.
And if you don't wear that glove, the niggas get in your pores. The nigga, you become a customer.
Now you a stain. You feel me? This is real life. Now you a stain.
Yeah.
So this happens, but it's just, everybody,
what's some of the biggest hurdles that you've had to overcome, or some of the biggest challenges making that transition from GED to college to, being on the platforms that you're on now?
Self-discipline. Cussing a man out in the mirror. Pimping yourself. You know what I mean? Learn how to be humble. Stay in God-fearing. That's the biggest hurdles I ever had. Because when you broke, like right now, you can take a nigga that got $10, give him $10 million. If he ain't humble and ain't true to himself, that $10 million will leave. You know what I mean? And not broke with me. And he'll be fucked up. You see what I'm saying? So it's more of being humble and self-discipline has been the biggest things that I had. Those are the biggest hurdles.
Gotcha.
Because sometimes you can get in your own way. Sometimes,
I'm sure you still, obtain them every day. But what's some of the biggest wins or accomplishments that you've had on that road?
One of the biggest wins I've had is having all my kids with one woman, so I ain't got multiple baby mamas.
Facts.
That's one.
No child support. Women.
Oh shit! Wait, that's another subject. I still give her odds, but shit, that's another subject. But I think that and being an active father, I think that's one some of the biggest wins. Business wise, is like, I don't really look at them as wins, and then what I mean. It's just like just what we're trying to do. You feel me? And then we just let's go. You know what I mean? So I think actually me accepting like, what, fuck it, I'm gonna do this artist shit and go hard with it. I think that's a good win too, because it's a lot of my people around me that really need me. Like they don't know ISRC codes, they don't know contracts, they don't know etiquette, they don't know how to carry themselves. You know what I mean? They just straight 100% niggas. You know what I mean? Which is great, but you gotta have some balance.
See, what I like to preach up here is, I'm always talking about on different shows is being diplomatic.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to be in multiple different rooms, you know what I'm saying, and be able to still get your point across without missing a beat.
Yeah. That's true.
What I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people lack that. Like they only know their lane. So like you said, they glass ceiling is low.
Yeah, it's low.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you can only talk to your people, or you can only talk to these two genres of people.
Yeah.
But you gotta be able to or put on that hoodie and be able to talk to just about anybody that you come in contact with. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely if you're trying to handle business.
For sure.
If you're trying to handle
be in the neighborhood, then
you want to be in the neighborhood, just stay on what y'all do.
Right.
You ain't got to learn what other neighborhoods do. Just master what's in your neighborhood. Man, I picked up music a long time. I was as a kid.
So when you was in college, when you was in Jacksonville, were you rapping then?
In Jackson State,
Jackson State, yeah.
Yeah. What up to Duval? I fuck with Duval too, with Don Jackson.
Duval.
Well, when I was in there, I was I was in there. I got in trouble in a few classes because that's when I first started falling in love with writing.
Okay.
So I would be in class, and I'd be listening to the teacher and still trying to jot down a rap. That's when I first fell in love with writing because I was away from home. And then, like I said, like with my recruiter, at that time he wouldn't let me go home. He was like, "No, you need to stay down here," and I didn't have nothing to do. Right. So I was able to dream of home through writing. So really at school, that's when I really was like, damn, I like writing. That's where I fell in love with writing at. Like I was already kind of playing around with it, but in my neighborhood, they don't respect rappers. If you ain't riding good or shot somebody, they're gonna wear nothing you talking about. Right. If you ain't got no money, like we not paying. We don't want to hear nothing you talking about. Right. Yeah. Then if you ain't got money, you ain't busting head. The respect is very thin. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, niggas ain't trying to hear nothing. So when I first started rapping before going to school, niggas they didn't care about that shit. I actually was embarrassed to let people know I was doing music. Like I was like a rapper in the closet type shit. Like at home, I say shit in the shower and shit, but coming up blocking, busting out your raps on niggas don't make you feel this small. You be so embarrassed.
That's the reason why the Midwest never got its just due. As far as because in Chicago it's the same way. Like they wasn't rapping, they was too busy trapping. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We're traveling across the country. I've noticed that it's rough everywhere, but the Midwest, I won't say it's the roughest place, but I would say it's very tense up there. And I think a lot of people, poverty is high, but another thing too about the Midwest, and I've been doing my own evaluation of this. I'm like, why niggas is so crazy where we from? The education is low. Like there's a lot of middle school dropouts and high school dropouts in the Midwest. Like in the South, that's that too. But I've seen, there's a lot of people that went to community college. There's a lot of guys. There's a lot of universities around here. I've seen some. I know some guys cool as hell, straight street niggas, but they went to community college.
Right.
You know what I mean? They dropped out of Morehouse. You know what I mean, or whatever. Their college, drop out of things like that. In the Midwest, I know a lot of guys that ain't never went to high school. I know guys who had cars on rims. There was a nigga named Boosie when I was at Forest Man. This nigga had triple golden bowls in the 8th grade. You know what I mean? So we come from that kind of environment, so that education is low. So when education is low, the dream is different. You know what I mean? When you're educated, you're gonna be like, I ain't gonna do that because if I get caught, my charges is this. But if you're ignorant, you just jump off the porch, don't know what the fuck gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah, and then I think that's a big problem in the Midwest. It's like a lot of guys aren't educated, and or even no education exists. They don't know no better.
It's funny that you say that because we do Play Fair Fridays, which is fighting against institutionalized railroading, and we spoke about the state of Mississippi where Mississippi has the most black people in any state, but they also is the poorest state.
Yes.
And they have the strictest drug laws.
Yeah, they be doing them dirty down there.
So how
Alabama too. Yes.
How like what was it like being in Mississippi for the time that you were there?
Shit, before we get to Mississippi, I'm from Indiana. That's where the Ku Klux Klan was created. You know, so the same crowd they got, we got too.
Okay.
You know, it's rough. You know what I mean? You know, it's rough. Now, Indiana's a rich state because, you know, Indianapolis got several names. It's Indianapolis, but then the blacks call it Nap. They're like, hey, I'm from Naptown. I'm from Nap. The whites call it Circle City, which is a Masonic term of well-rounded. You know, like the most powerful white Masons in the country is from Indianapolis. That's from the land where the Klan was at, you know. Like what's going on you see in the news now, it's unfortunate, but that shit been going on where I'm from my whole life. But ain't no camera crew coming where we at. Ain't none of that because it's corrupt, you know. That's why I kind of stay out of there as much as possible because I know I don't like folk play. Definitely when you positive and you trying to teach niggas, they get on your top, you know. So Mississippi, on the other hand, I seen how poverty is real. Like, you know, it's a lot of like some of them schools, even Jackson State, they was getting big money because the state was stealing money from them.
Right.
But you know, and wasn't giving the schools money, you know. So I seen how corrupt it is from the government wise, and I seen how poverty is real in Mississippi. There's some very poor places in Mississippi, like damn houses.
Everybody.
Yeah, like my family from Scott County, like they just got paved roads. It ain't been 8 years. It ain't been 6-7 years since they got paved roads. Like you had to go on the road, to go on the road where they at. The first road off the highway just got paved. You get off of that, it's dirt. You got to ride that for 2 miles to get on somewhere else for 2 miles. Houses on bricks, you can lay down and look all the way up under. But you know, that's from the poverty standpoint. And racism is real there too. So what I seen in Mississippi is the same thing I was seeing in Indiana, just on a different scale. In Indiana, I seen rich white people that are racist. In Mississippi, I seen poor white people that were racist. You know what I mean? But I seen both scales of the racism between them two states.
Right.
And they taught me a lot. Like, don't play with your time, boy, because them boys, one of my folks send you up the river if you ain't about the right.
Right.
I seen that out of both states.
So how do you go about owning a hedge fund? Because that's what you said you do now.
You got to talk with I charge $4.50 an hour. Nah, just fucking with you. Shit. It's
Profits.
Yeah, it's a hedge fund is equivalent to an investment firm.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, we just flip rich niggas' money. Somebody put $2 million up and we're like, bet we're gonna give you 10% return over the course of 3 years. Boom, give us that $2 million. We're gonna turn it into 8. Give you your 2 and 600,000 back. The rest is ours. You see what I'm saying? It's just we just basically in nigga term, we just flipping niggas' money.
Right.
That's it.
What happens when you lose?
That will come in the game.
That happens.
Yeah, it happens. That's why you set up a contract per deal.
Okay.
Yeah, you set up a contract per deal, and then each deal, you know, you jump off the porch. Now, to be a great hedge fund manager, to be a great investment firm manager, is to do the less riskiest things as possible. That's why I try to lean on real estate. On my IG, you can see, you know, me going through the homes that we do. I try to stay toward give good securities, things that's going to bring back a nice return. I'll try to do fair returns, not promise you the world. You know what I mean? I'll be like, hey, we can do this. We might get a 7% return. I'm not going to do no shit to be like, ooh, bro, let's put this in this Bitcoin. And then you wake up 2 days later and some bullshit doesn't happen we can't control.
Right. And
you fall off.
So you do tangible things you know.
Things we know. Yeah, things we know. You know what I mean?
These are guns. We ain't playing with the butter.
We ain't playing with that. We ain't playing with none of that. We playing with the shit that we know gonna work.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like commodities and real estate, you know, we go with things that we know gonna work. You know, if we somewhere and it's like, damn, there's no Chick-fil-A within 10 miles, let's open up a Chick-fil-A over here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Let's not go get such and such chicken joint and gamble. No.
Right.
Me, I'm not playing with that. I need to see financials. I need to know, make sure that it's going to be something that we can guarantee to bring a return, you know, because if you give me $1 million and I bring your money back and the return I agree to, you're going to go tell a friend when you golfing and let me flip your $1 million again.
Right.
I need that. You know what I mean? It's like a Sting. When a Sting come get home, they want gas. They want that shit. Right. You see what I'm saying? They coming to you to get high. You can't short them. You can't downgrade them because they
Water whip them.
Yeah, you can't do none of that. You got to give them high quality and a comfortable service. A sting should be like, yo, I could pull up, spend my money with bro. I'm safe. He ain't gonna rob me for my money.
Right.
I'm gonna get what I'm paying for, and it's quality.
Right.
Same thing with an investor. Give me your hide. I'm gonna flip that shit, and then make sure you get your return and you safe. You see what I'm saying?
Tell your friends. We got that.
Tell some more friends with your stings. Everything's a sting to me.
Right.
You know, send me some more stings.
Right.
You know, send me some more stings. You know, everything's a sting. So you know.
So does it ever contradict itself? You know what I'm saying, with clients that you're flipping this money for when they find out that you also take part in the music? Has that happened yet? Or those two things, you keep those two lives on different plateaus?
I try, but what I've learned from both sides is, you know, through the grace of God, I got a it factor. People buy into me, you know, so they you know, they want to fuck with me and they entrusted to me, you know. So, you know, I got guys I deal with the real estate. They don't give a damn about no songs. Then I got guys that love my records. They don't know nothing about no real estate. Okay. You see what I'm saying? So worlds. Yeah, it's just they two different worlds up under, but they two different views up under the eye of God. You know, as long as I'm spiritually in tune, you shouldn't. If I tell you, like right now, you say, hey, bro, here, go on the bands for these cribs. I'm not going to take your money and then put in some rap. Our engagement is me to put it on the cribs. Right. Now, I'm doing what we supposed to be doing. If I got strippers and flippers at the club, if I got a goddamn chicken joint down the street, or if whatever, that ain't got nothing to do with you. You know what I mean? My engagement is what we doing, you know, and I try to keep everybody, like one of my homies, Sean J said, he always say, don't mix your people. Mm-hmm. You know, and me and you are like, you know, me and you, we doing the daycare business. That's cool. I might not even want to hear your nephew just doing music. We doing daycare business. And now over time, we build a relationship, and then I might look at that over time, but let's do that. If you make beats, I like your beats. I like your beats. I'm not gonna be quick to take money from you and put it in the real estate, bro. Let's stay on what we on. You know, I don't like to mix the people, but sometimes niggas don't care though. Right. On your so on your Instagram, your social media is all these things. Yeah, all that. Yeah. So you have one Instagram. One Instagram. So Profits, PROFITS 46218. So a follower can see you chopping game on. You can see me go in the real estate, and then you can see my new video just dropped. Yeah. All on one platform. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I ain't hiding nothing. That's dope. I ain't hiding. And my kids. You see me? I take spring break. I got the kids, damn it. So for that young guy, for that young artist that, you know, that looking at me, or the young lady that look at me, or I want them to be like, okay, damn, bro, hard with his music, but damn, he doing real estate. Damn, he do the real estate, but damn, this nigga really a dad. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, this nigga really take his kids places. You know what I mean? Right. I want them to be able to see all that, because I'm not just one. I'm a human, you know? So, you know, shit, hell, you know, I like to kick it. I like to work.
And I say that to rappers. Like, you know, I tell a rapper artist that you're not an artist 24 hours a day. No. You know what I mean? And sometimes when I see artists that come in and that's their whole persona, it's fake to me. Yeah, he's scared. Those kind of guys scare me. No.
They're the ones gonna get in trouble and tell. You're gonna see that other guy you don't know. Right. A nigga who tough all night, all day. Right. No. The craziest, wildest head buster killers I know are goofy niggas. That's real. Laugh and crack jokes, are they very silent. Right. You don't know it's time for that until it come out. You know what I mean? But they not walking around, I'm a killer. Right. Now I'm gonna knock your head off.
Yeah, you know something about the guy like that. They ain't gonna say too much. You know, they say the quiet guy is the one you gotta keep your eye on. Right. But like I tell rappers when I interview them, like, if you wasn't doing music, what else would inspire you? Like, what else would you be wanting to do? He'll be a follower. Right. Yeah, because most of them say nothing else. And I promise most of them be like, bro, if it wasn't for the music, I don't know what I would be doing. And that's scary. That's sad. Because then when you get the music money, what you gonna be doing? You're gonna be on what's that show we be watching? Unsung, and then you're gonna be there here in a few. You know what I mean? Because you gonna get your bread, jacket bread. That's a lot of things that you said stuck out to me. I think that might just be a Pisces thing, because you know what I'm saying? I can relate to what you're saying. Like, both sides of it. I've had to, you know what I'm saying, split them up. Like, you know, I come from the trenches, but I done been working at State Street Bank and Trust, and you know what I'm saying, putting on a certain tie, and trying to balance, you know what I'm saying, keeping both of them lives completely away from each other. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, there's only so many places where I could be Jackpot Gamble. You know what I'm saying? Right. So there's only so many places, you know what I'm saying, around family where you know I work here.
You might have seen me at this holiday with the shirt and tie. You see me last week, you know what I'm saying, with the hoodie on. Like, there's only very few, you know what I'm saying, settings where I could be, you know what I'm saying, all give somebody 110%. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, it's like these people are getting this, these people are getting this. And then when one of my friends who's from the streets or from my city see that I have connections with these people, it blows their mind because they're like, how you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What are you doing over there with them?
And I'm like, you know, when I'm not with you, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking off my suit and I'm going back to Kent Clark, you know what I'm saying? And I'm handling business with these folks, you know what I'm saying? But this is how it all makes sense. This is how I can give you an opportunity. Is because, you know what I'm saying? I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul, and I'm, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just keeping it diversified. Like if I would have stayed out here with y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know I was going to be in jail or dead. It was I knew what was coming out of that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to go take these chances in other areas and meet other people.
You know, that's a blessing to be able to do that, though. Right. And I've learned that here recently. You know, I took for granted a lot of God-given gifts I got, and to be able to dance in that gray area, you know, I disrespected it. You know, and now I'm like, wow, you know, because you know, through the grace of God, I ain't never did no jail time, nothing. I've been outside since the late '90s. You see what I'm saying?
It's almost like gambling. When you gamble amongst your friends, it's only so much money y'all gonna get because y'all just passing the money from the community around in one pot. You know what I'm saying? But you go bust the casino's ass.
Go to Vegas.
Yeah, we talking. Yeah, we done took a bag now. You know what I'm saying?
And they don't give a damn. Like Vegas forgot to give
they don't care about them. You know what I'm saying? But you take your guy,
man,
he gonna feel some way.
Yeah, he trying to come in your back though.
You don't want to send him home, bro.
You gonna give a couple dollars.
Now that we older and you got morals, it's like, yo, you take your man's whole
come on,
re-up his kids' money and everything,
and the kids
start to feel bad.
You know, I used to do with shooting dice. I stopped shooting dice because it was I was down there addicted to it at one point, right?
Yeah.
That shit like drug abuse almost. Right. But you know, I used to
do Pisces thing because that's how I started. 13 years old, man.
Me too.
Nigga, give me $20. I wasn't going to the store. I was going to beat the old niggas on the block. Oh, y'all been getting all that money?
I'm tearing niggas up.
Boom.
Hey, you know what I used to do? Dudes in my neighborhood, what I would do, like if we were super cool, I'll give you half of what you lost back.
You a good guy.
Yeah.
I got into trapping.
I think that's a Midwest thing.
I just be because like definitely if I'm like, damn, bro, this your get on money. Right. I just crack you for your last 800.
Don't keep gambling with me.
And I would never do it in front of everybody. Right. I will always get any one-on-one because I don't like embarrassing my people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I was like, damn. I'm like, hold on. So we would get off to the side. I'd be like, here, bro, hey, look, bro, I know what money. Look, I won 1,100 in here, but I took 650 from you. I was watching how much I took from you. Bro, here go 350, bro.
Right.
Yeah. Here, I ain't gonna leave you take it, bro. This other is mine.
Right.
Here, bro, you know,
I'm gonna give you half back.
I'm gonna get your half back.
See, I don't know what that is. That might be a Pisces thing. Cause I'm telling you, I got into hustling off of gambling.
Right.
Yeah.
I gambled first. Then once I lost, I was like, man, I gotta go make some money so I can get back. You know what I'm saying?
Get back to the
And that's how I learned that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I started off. That was my first hustle. You know what I'm saying? That was my first hustle.
That was the first hustle that paid me. Rest in peace, my older brother. He used to front me dope when we first were young. I used to fuck it up all the time. He give me a quad, I don't know how though. I would fuck it up. He give me a zip, I fuck it up. He's like, but the dice was something I would do. I'd be like, damn, I started with $80, I got 400. Damn, I started with 100. Damn, I got 3.
That shit come
You know
fast.
what I mean? That was the first hustle that I started seeing a profit. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh shit, but with the dope, I don't know what it was. I was letting dope fiends get shit on credit. You know what I mean?
Sorry for him.
I'm chopping shit up without using the scale. I was fucking up.
Renegade.
Hey, the rest of people, older brother used to get on my ass because he was great. He was one of the ones that took like a 8-ball to a key.
Right.
Nobody had a front. He
kept doubling up.
I don't know how.
Right.
I don't know how. He was like the greatest I ever seen with that shit. He was great with that shit. I would fuck up. And he used to always, now that I'm older and I move around now, I hear his voice all the time because stuff he was trying to tell me, I didn't make sense then.
But it resonates now.
Yeah, and he seen something to me I didn't see.
Right.
He used to always tell you, like, well, you take a horse to the water, you can't make a drink. As he used to tell me this shit all the time, but now I get it. Right. You know what I mean? But, you know, the dice is the first thing that I started making money with. And
that's crazy.
And I would take money from dice and buy dope and lose the goddamn money.
Yeah.
Start with my last on dice. And then it got to a point when I started making more money. I quit because it was times where I would lose a lot. Like I might go somewhere and win 8 bands. Then I go down, lost 3 bands this time, lost 7 this time, lost 5 this time, win 11, lost 4, lost 4, lost 5, win a dub. I'm like, man, fuck it, man. So I just went cold turkey.
So I heard you say, you threw it out there as a joke. You know what I'm saying? People need consultation or whatnot. They can hit up.
Yeah.
Oh, is that something that you do? Do you
yeah, we do. We got
mentorships right now.
Right now we got, I think it's 11 different businesses up on our umbrella right now. One is AP&O consultant, to where I teach people how to get EINs, register with Secretary of State, Dun & Bradstreet, teach you how to get trade lines, how to get business credit, where you can go into business and get a loan instead of you being a personal guarantor. Shelf companies out of Delaware. I do give people guidance on that type of shit. Like, you might want to invest in a kind of a business. I done either done it, took a loss with it, or got a close colleague that does it, like from daycares, like all kind of crazy shit.
Are the rates high, or is it something that, you know what I'm saying, me and Pweezy could plug into?
Yeah. You know what? The game, this is how I learned how to charge people for that, is from my securities lawyer. My security lawyer, how much does he hire? But he like $400-500.
Oh, he was
500 an hour, right? So in the investment world, like with different deals, you got to have certain kind of contracts between you and your investor, right? And there's a thing called a securities lawyer. And if you got your Series 7 or not, you still need a securities lawyer. And a securities lawyer is on average a good one, $350 to $500 an hour. The one we got just so happened to be $500 an hour, right? So you can't play with that nigga time. He gonna give you all the game, everything you think of. He already know and done it, Right. So he gonna be like, "What's your problem?" I'm like, "Hey, I'm dealing with this." And he gonna be like, "All right, well, woo." Or he be like, "Hey, I need contracts for this." He be like, "All right, okay, this might take about 10 hours. It might take you 5, 6, 7, 8, but he go by hour."
Right.
Great guy. I know he love us, but that 500 an hour is real. Right. So I be like, "Yo, let's double check what we about to ask this motherfucker when we get him on the phone."
Right. I promise you, and I think that's really important in any business. When you talk about consultation, it scares people because they feel like, one, they know everything, and then for two, if you're gonna consult with somebody, I would tell anybody, have your questions wrote down. Because when I consult with you, nigga, the clock start as soon as you sit down. I got the clock right there watching. Please. And is that something that you would, just in consultation?
Man, I'm a little more friendlier than O is, but yes, we do play like that, Right. So it's like, hey, what are you trying to do? I got a brother now. He has my property that just was under his name, and he has some child support issues. I was like, hey, bro, look, listen, you need to get an LLC and then put your properties up under your LLC. And the reason why you're gonna put it up under your LLC so it can be protected. Right. So Lord forbid anything go on, she can't take nothing from. She can take whatever from you. She can't take it from this entity.
Right. So you gave him that without him asking you that. Because
I was like, yo, bro, I gotta set you up from A to Z. And I'm like, if this is a brief overview, you need to get an LLC and put your shit in your LLC. You're like, damn, bro, what is that? What's an LLC? I'm like, all right, look, we're gonna sit down, give me about 4 or 5 hours, we're gonna sit down. I ain't gonna knock you off the head because you don't know no better.
Right. One question leads to 5.
Yeah, so I'm like, come on, boom, come sit down now. With that, definitely with a lot of brothers that I know, and I know they don't know no better. Definitely when they come from the street, I don't be rough on them.
You work with them.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I work with them because I want them to be educated, make sure that they doing what they need to do, right. And also I want to teach them because when you teach a man how to fish, the respect is different.
That's true.
You know what I mean? It's definitely with solid niggas that can knock your head off. You want to be like, yo, bro, it ain't about the money. Right. I want to make sure you can go feed your family and do your shit right.
Right. So then remember that.
And then that's also relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So your prices vary.
It varies depending on. Now, if you come to me and you're like, yo, bro, I got $150,000 and I'm trying to open up 2 daycares over here. It's, depending on our relationship, is depending on how we sit down and what. If I put you in a position, I know you're about to go make $2-3 million a year. Right. Bro, you shouldn't trip off giving me this $500. Matter of fact, we from the same neighborhood, bro. Look, I charge 5, slide me 3. Right. Then it could be somebody like, yo, bro, I just got out. I ain't got no money, bro. I need something to do. I'm like, you know what, bro? I ain't even gonna charge you, but go get your CDLs. Let's start working on your credit while you do this trucking job for 2 years. Every time you do a route, think of what you really want to be doing. But this will be a way to get you some money so you ain't stinging and build your credit at the same time too. So when in the end of that 2 years, you can look up like, damn, my credit's straight. I got like 15,000 in savings from working this trucking job. Let me take my 15 bands, what bro taught me, and my credit. Now let me go get this $100,000 loan so me and my wife can go open up this daycare. You know what I mean? So it just depend on the situation, though.
Okay. So based upon what you just said, and now I'm gonna relate this to the hip hop industry.
All right.
How many of these rappers you think are lying about selling dope and they just had good credit and some startup money from another nigga who really sold dope and now they flexing on the gram?
I don't know a lot of them personally, so I don't want to speak on that because I don't know.
But do you think that that's actually what's really happening? Because if you got good credit and a little startup money, then you can almost be anybody you want to be in rap.
You know what though? And I got a son. My son 13. He listen. I ain't gonna say who, but he be listening to the guys, and I'm like, bro, he ain't doing that. You know what I mean? Because what he's saying, he's glorifying it. He's not telling you of an event. So it's a thin line. So if I listen to motherfucker and he's saying what he's saying in the rap, I can tell if he did it, or it's a group of guys like myself and others that got around him and wrote it.
Right.
And he got the feeling of if he did it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like I could be like, I was just outside, I shot a nigga. Or I could be like, I was outside, I just shot a nigga. You feel me? You feel me?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That don't mean I just did that.
Right, but y'all
You know
can
what I
feel
mean?
you though.
But you can feel it.
Right.
So some of these guys got the feeling,
But they
ain't really, they ain't really, you know what I mean? And in modern day,
That's
you know, and me, and any guy know me, all my guys is with me. Any guy, the guys here with me and online or wherever, anybody that know me, I am anti-hard drug because it don't make sense. Right. You can get caught with $500 worth of meth and a gun, you looking at 10 years.
Right, you get caught.
You see what I'm saying? You could have went to Amazon
in Mississippi, you get 5, 7, or 9 years.
You can sing it up the river. You know what I mean? So I'm anti-hard drug anyway. So I don't promote none of that. You know, it don't make sense. It don't make sense. You see what I'm saying?
So what's the goal for this umbrella that you created? You know what I'm saying? Because I know you said that you got some artists under you.
Yeah.
You paving the way for them.
Yeah.
You got the hedge account on Smash. That sounds like that's rolling. What's the goal with the music scene and what you trying to do?
The music right now, not me cut you off. And the music right now, in Indianapolis, we don't have a national artist. I mean, there's some guys that had some successes writing and things like that, but when it comes to like real success, like we don't have like an Atlanta, a Houston, even with Chicago, or even Detroit right now. You know, we don't have that. You know what I mean? So my thing is like I accepted the role of being like the P of the Midwest.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
that's what I was wondering. So if the music was, which I'm sure it is, blows, you know what I'm saying, and you become a mainstream face artist of the Nat, would you still be juggling these other things in the background?
Well, my consultant fee gonna go up.
Okay.
I'm gonna have more investors. And you know, I think it's going to exploit all the other businesses.
So you wouldn't leave one without the other?
No, never.
Okay.
No, because when I'm riding to a meeting, I'm bumping my music. Right. You know what I mean? You know, shit. When I
get the bag for the music, I'm thinking, I'm about to dump it. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like now, you know, bam, okay, boom, this record jump. Hey, artist, let's not go get that Bentley first. Let's go gentrify our own neighborhood first before these motherfuckers come over here and do it. Right. Take the money from that and then go get the Bentley.
Hey, they don't know where you got the money from. If they just want to see success.
Yeah, they want to see the success, but you got to be smart with it. You know, you got to be wise with it. Because I don't care what nobody say. Shit, I'm trying to grab a jet this summer. I'm not about to go pay the cash for it. I'm paying payments on that motherfucker. Shit, that's what white folk do.
That's it.
Shit, you know. And I don't know where guys get the, oh man, I'm cashed out on it. It's ridiculous. I'm not spending $400,000 on that.
Say that again. But they do what? They say what?
They cash out on shit. Yeah, that's retarded. What
sense does that make? Being a business?
None. Why?
That shit you do when you have no credit.
Yeah. If you don't have credit, you got to cash out, right? That's dumb as hell.
And the IRS probably looking at you anyway.
And they are worse than the feds. Because when they come, no one can hear you cry. You feel me? There is no court you take the IRS to.
Right.
The feds do a bad case, you can kind of contest, oh, damn, they did me wrong. You can take it to court. Right. There is no taking the IRS to court.
They pull up on you.
And I've been audited before. You know, when they come, shit, them the biggest gangsters in the country.
They take it, and then they ask.
Now prove where you got it.
Right.
Freezing all accounts, taking all the money, repossess everything. Now how'd you do this?
Right.
Where are your taxes? And you better not be dodging them.
So was that a life lesson bouncing back from that?
Definitely. Well, with that is I didn't respect accounting. And I would just, you know, in business, life is the best teacher. You know, some guys, like even with me, yeah, I can give you some consulting, but your experience, so I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? You just gonna learn shit. Like, I remember one time I put a bunch of money in a daycare, did over $80,000 before it started making me any return on investment. And I remember one time we had everything right, construction wise, it looking good. Health department come over, the water temperature ain't right. The exit sign is too far from the door. And not enough fire hydrants. That was a lesson learned from the experience. It's like, oh, then
cosmetics was good.
How we need to know that unless the health department come over. You see what I'm saying? So certain experiences gonna get you right.
They're gonna teach you.
They're gonna get you right. So I like go back to the artists. You know, with all my artists, I want to teach them financial literacy too. So be like, hey bro, hey, you did great on this record. You made XYZ. But hey, it's best if you're worrying about your kids. Hey, take this $200,000-$300,000 and let's spend $150 over here.
Right.
Don't spend this $150 to look like
coming on your label. You're gonna be building up like power artists.
Right? Yeah, and also with I don't have a label. We do management.
Okay.
And then I work with other managers and other influencers like homie over here. You know, we different ones. You know, we all gonna collectively come together and help the artists. Like I'm not taking no nothing from the artists. You know, I'm whatever you need. You know, come to me. I'm an incubator. I'm gonna get you hot, get you in position, and then go. Cause my goal,
get your money right.
Yeah, because I'm trying to send everybody off. Like me, shit, I might have distribution through Universal. Tony Cleveland distribution might be through Atlantic. Another homie distribution through whoever. You see what I'm saying? Everybody eating, spread out, and learn how to carry yourself in that meeting. You know what I mean? That's another form of let me teach you how to fish instead of feeding the fish. Right. Yeah, I don't want to say, hey, I can easily go like, here, bro, here, I'm gonna get $100,000. I'm gonna spend $300,000 on your album. Come on, let's go. And then all the publishing come in, all the back end come in, you get nothing. Right. That's whole nigga shit. Right. I want all my homies to get some bread. So, Lord forbid something happened to me. If I helped you make $2 million, bro, let me hold a half. Bro, let me hold 200 bands. Bro, let me hold 300 bands.
But if you done fucked the nigga over,
and
you lost the band.
He laughing at me when I fall.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Real. No one gonna laugh at me if I fall. Niggas gonna be like, bro, what you need? You good? You straight?
And you know what? You know, it's a young lady called Good Game, Miss Good Game IT. Mm-hmm. And she said
she been down in this market.
Yeah, I love her. She said something like 3 weeks ago, and I'm just on some street shit. She was like, if you fuck with a nigga, give it to him. Yeah. Don't front it to him.
Give it to him.
If you own and popping and you got it like that, give it to him. Yeah. Because either way it go, he gonna respect you. Yeah. See, they got a thing called running off on the plug. Yeah. That was something that an artist
no.
It doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? It's just business. So if somebody can give you something, even if you fucked it up, you remember that he gave it to you.
I don't know who came up that run off on the plug. That ain't no real Nick. That ain't no. Oh, listen, and no disrespect to him, but he's a college educated man.
That's true.
And he know how to maneuver, and he know better.
Than to run off on the motherfucking club.
He know better than that. You know what I mean? That's like run off on the bank. If the bank give you a loan, you gonna run off on the bank? Now they fuck your credit up. Where you gonna go?
That's true.
And in the street, you run off on the plug, and nigga could pay double what he gave you and knock your head off.
That's real.
Like, what are you doing, bro? You tripping. Don't do that. Don't do that. And if a man if any nigga to believe in that theory, for any man to take out from his family and kids and give you something, the opportunity to feed yours, right? You pay that man.
Because they didn't say you robbed the plug. They say you ran off.
You ran off on the plug.
That's different.
Yeah. Right. And I done had situations where we took losses and everybody, I got shit I'm dealing with now for years ago. And, shit happens. It's unforeseen circumstances in the street, things happen,
But don't run off.
Don't run off, bro. Don't do that.
So you dropping a project or do you just drop these songs every so often?
No, right now I just did one Product of the Streets. It's everywhere on all platforms, all social media, things like that. Mm-hmm. It's out now. The first lead single off of there is Product of the Streets, produced by Corey Moe and filmed by Boomtown. Went to Houston to film it. And that's the homie. We got a movie getting ready to come out. Hey, we got a movie called Candy getting ready to come out with Boomtown. We getting ready to do some crazy shit with that. But that was the lead single off of that record. We got Killer Callejon on that album. I got one called With the Shits with Boosie on there. Yep, all my production is Honorable Court. Shout out my brothers at Honorable Court, Honorable C Notes. One of my great friends. That's my homie.
So how do you get the feature? I see Boosie still active. Like one thing about Boosie, he's really a street dude. He definitely stay active. He's definitely working. But how did you build that relationship with Boosie? Was it a personal relationship? Or you just sent him the track? Or how did
one of the guys from Indy. There's a guy from Indy that's signed to him.
Okay.
So I was like, one time I seen him and he was like, hey, I'm trying to work with artists, this and that. And I was like, damn. And I reached out to the homie that was signed to him. I was like, hey, yo, I'll be out in Atlanta. You know, when I get out there, I want to, you know, do a verse with homie. And then bro was like, all right. And then he had lined it up. And then I went over to his crib, you know, we filmed it and loaded it up.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's the Pweezy real dude though.
Yeah, he's solid. I fuss with
So what's coming soon?
And Pimp C signed him, so he can't do no wrong to me.
Right. What's happening? What's coming soon for Mr. Anthony Profits, man? Where can people reach you for?
Tonight I'm gonna be in Atlanta and we're gonna do a strip club tour. So if you lame with no game, hide your bitch. You know what I'm talking about? Because the whole is on the menu tonight. That's first. That's where we're going first. Let's get that out of the way. Second, me and bro, since we on the same birthday, we got a new record company called Break a Bitch Records. We about to do that. We about to break some hoes starting tonight. Nah, I was fucking with you. No, I got Product of the Streets. It's on YouTube now. You can go check out that video. Like I said, Anthony Profits, Product of the Streets. It's on all what they call them things.
Digital platforms.
Yeah, digital platforms. It's on all that shit. You can go check it out. I got a couple other videos from that project I'm getting ready to release, and then right after that, in maybe September, I got another album that I'm getting ready to drop called Son of a Sting. And cause my dad was a dope fiend, and then you know I just wanna show that view of a child that's raised in that kind of environment. You know what I mean? And then, you know, because there's a lot of people that got family members that are dope fiends and they don't talk about it. You know,
but anyway you start is where you finish.
And I'm proud of those moments because it's kind of hard. I can see a motherfucker trying to spin me a mile away. You see what I'm saying? Because I done went through it all. You know what I mean? Shit, I done seen it all in house.
That's
you know?
with Tony. I done came up on some of y'all lingo too. I like that Sting thing.
Yeah, Sting is what we call dope fiends.
Oh
yeah, Sting is a dope fiend. That's
I thought Sting was a lick.
No, it's like a play.
In some markets, I got buddies across the country. In some markets, they're like, hey, I got a Sting. That means hitting the lick.
Right.
In Indianapolis, in our culture, when we say Sting, we're talking about a dope fiend, or we're making a play. You could be a dope fiend, you could be a weed sting, pill, whatever. It's in let me hit a sting real quick. Okay. Yeah, a motherfucker like, yo, hey, I'll be right back, bro. I gotta go hit my sting. That mean he gotta go make a play. You know what I mean? Yeah, or some of them like, yo, I got a play to make. You know what I mean? That mean he about to go hit a sting.
Right.
You know, it's the lingo of it. Yeah.
Hey man, it was a pleasure having you here today. We're gonna have a fun show. We got Profits in rotation.
I'm selling dope right now. Nigga, I got 350, nigga. I got the 63. I got the 200 baby, nigga. I got the 4.5, nigga. I got the 9, nigga. I got the 36, nigga. I'm water with your ass. Nigga, listen, it's selling dope.
Hey, now hold on. Now, not now, I know, but back in your day, did you ever get out here in the street? Yeah, like in the cracker?
All
right, now listen. All right, now this is real dope talk. Don't clog the Brillo.
Oh my goodness, listen. Hey, listen, the new kids don't even know. They was using an old gold Brillo. I'm talking about they'll run that thing on.
Hey, you know, I'm just saying, you got to be for the culture to know what that means.
Listen, I promise you. Listen,
you know what that means?
That's some old school shit.
All right, look, hold on. Don't clog the Brillo like dope fiends back in the time. They when they smoke crack, they taking antennas and everywhere, right? So they would take the antenna. So if you blow through the antenna, it's nothing in there. So if you put a rock in there, it's gonna hit your throat, right? You need something to stop it. So they would take the Brillo pad. So when they say don't clog the Brillo pad was a screen. It'll block the rock from falling through, but the smoke will come.
They ain't give a damn.
But if your dope is bad, you clog the Brillo up.
So it stop the bullshit.
But when that dope is gas, it's all pure meltdown. You know what I'm talking about?
That's some real engineering right there.
Hey, you know, I'm just here to get game, right? You know, hey, I do no stinging.
Pockets wasn't water whipping.
Nah,
they didn't need no Brillo.
I ain't doing no stinging in that. You know, I'm just from the culture, man.
For sure, man. Definitely a pleasure to have you, man. Definitely gave some news that you can use. You know what I'm saying? If y'all didn't understand what he was saying at home, man, this ain't the station for you. You know what I'm saying? Because trying to teach a square, you know what I'm saying? Trying to teach a square the game is like trying to teach a blind man colors. You know what I'm saying? They just ain't gonna get that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna take that.
It was I
can use that.
You can borrow that.
Now I'm gonna ask you this. Let me ask you. We got 3 singles, right? We got the Selling Dope. We got the Product of the Streets.
The first single that's out right
now. So that's gonna be single. That's the one you like gonna have rotation on 9 radio station.
I'll let y'all pick that. You know, because
I hope people give us enough respect. Let us speak. But
yeah, you pick whatever one. Yeah. Those are just. Excuse me. I didn't know what the situation was. You know, those were. You know, she was like, "Hey, pick 3 songs out." At that moment, those are the 3 I threw out. You know, Product of the Streets, you know, that's the one we got out right now with the video from Boomtown. Money Making Block is one I did. in Indy. And what's the other one we sent them?
Selling dope.
That's a single. That's a single that's getting ready to come out. Albacino did that. That's a single getting ready, and M80. My bad. That's one that's getting ready to come out just as a single uploaded. You know, I might put that on that album, Son of a Sting too.
So you just giving them enough work to see which pack they like.
Yeah, I'm about to outwork these niggas.
That's what it is.
You feel me? I'm coming with budget.
It's just for fun because he ain't somebody who need the rap game. You know what I'm saying? He got a diversified portfolio, and I think that's, you know what I'm saying? This is a fact. Part of what we trying to teach him on the other side.
You got to diversify your portfolio.
So that's just dope, man. I want to be a student, bro. So we got to talk. We got the same birthday.
Man, you got to see. Hey,
Jack, I'm gonna
he with us.
Y'all Pisces. I'm a Sagittarius, no, but I think we fuck with each other.
The shit you mentioned in here, like I got that shit, but you know what I'm saying? Like I naturally got it, but I be missing
teamwork, make the dream work.
I be missing little shit to connect them dots and to get where I need to go to catch that flight. You know what I'm saying? So
we got a question. We got a question. I need a question. Like I ain't even give y'all the telephone number, but I got 2 questions. One, a person asks, what do you think about cryptocurrency, and is that the new value of money?
It's not stable enough for me to say that's going to be the future when it comes to revenue, and as in the form of currency. I will say it's something like, for example, if you had 10 bands, you want to put 2,500 over there and monitor and see what it do. That's great. Okay. Don't put all your eggs in that basket because we just don't know yet. It's great. It's a beautiful thing, but we don't know, you know, and it's going to take some time for the culture to get savvy because there's a lot of people that don't know. You know, some guys right now, they get their check, they want cash. They don't want to hear you paying me in crypto. So before that become a reality, we got some time. So there's growth in it. Just play with a small amount, see what it do. But right now, it's still like dice.
Don't go all in.
Don't go all in.
I'm trying to say, hey, and shout out to Sincere that is checking in from Houston, Texas. He did ask the question about the cryptocurrency.
H-Town.
So you was just saying, like, don't go all in, nigga. This ain't poker. Don't think you're gonna catch it on the river.
Penny pinch with that.
Don't go all the way in. And anybody got any questions, go with PROFITS 46218. That's my Instagram. DM me, you know what I mean? And they gonna get at me. Sometimes I'll be on there too though. So, you know, hit me and I'll try to help you out as much as I can. But don't do that.
Okay, and the second question is from Lindsay. I don't know if this is a male or female because I think that's the name.
What city they from?
They didn't say.
Okay.
But they were asking, why do you feel that you would not want to manage an artist versus being what did you say you were? So she was asking,
he's management, not a label.
Yeah, okay, I don't want to do the label. I'd rather teach a guy how to be his own label, you know.
Okay, so I think she was asking because she kind of
instead of like, why would I manage a guy instead of signing him?
Right, I think that's what she was asking.
Yeah, with signing an artist, I gotta hold your hand, and you're a worker. With turning into a CEO, I'm a business partner, and I can show you how to flourish. I'd rather work with CEOs instead of work with artists. Because I've done that now. I've been around that. Artists got egos. Artists, the divas, they be, you know, they just this and that and third, and they feel entitled. The CEO is worried about the ROI, which is the return on his investment. I want to teach you, like, hey, you want to do this album? All them the features. Well, your album gonna cost XYZ after mixing and mastering. Your advertising budget gonna cost this.
Right.
Do you want to spend that? Do you want to get that money together, or you want another nigga to spend it and then you get 30% of the money that's gonna get made? What role you want to play?
So if that's what you're asking, or that's also what
what you want to do?
So is that what you're asking, or is that also what you're providing?
I'm providing and asking. Because if a guy say, hey, I want to be signed, I don't want to be a CEO, this, that, and the third, and I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to get signed, then all right, well, let me consult you and let me show you what record labels are looking for so you can get on their radar so they can't sign you.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then if you like, yo, bro, shit, I got my own little cousin, brother, and then, bro, and shit, me too. Like, all right, well, then you CEO. Let me help you be a CEO, you know what I mean? And learn what's a good deal for your artist. So you feed them instead of raping them. You see what I'm saying? So let me show you what kind of deals to give your artists. Let me show you how y'all can get y'all funding and shit like that. I'd rather help a guy get in a position to go feed his people instead of nigga just waiting on me to feed them.
Right, that's true. That's true.
Because depending on what day it is, you know what I mean? Shit, you know, I might wake up and feel whatever way, you know. I'd rather you be able to know how to do
You
it
got multiple
yourself.
shit going on, so it ain't like
Yeah, and I
this
got
your
the
only
time
thing.
to hold you,
Right,
you know.
right. And for the listeners, man, I appreciate you guys calling with the telephone number to Atlanta radio station, the 678-974-5940, like that 40-ounce, the E40 was telling y'all about. So please don't call my personal line, but I appreciate y'all for tapping in, checking in.
Make sure
Shakers and Movers,
Shakers and
Jackpot,
Movers Radio, man. We definitely got a
Profits with an S.
official Shaker and Move up here, man. My guy Profits definitely shaking and moving out here.
Well, I'm gonna go sell me some dope, nigga.
Make sure-
I think I got a nigga waiting outside. I think he gonna 3 for 50, nigga.
Selling
I'm
dope,
play.
money making blocks,
Hey,
and all of the above. You will hear for the next few
But
months.
hey, look, you know, the lingo crosses over though. Anything you invest in and you get a gross and then you have a profit margin at the end is dope. You know, so
That's
just because
dope.
you know that's
And
dope.
anybody who's a customer and not the hustler, you'll stink.
Yeah,
Hey,
We out.
We out. Listen, let me ask you one question. It's not personal.
yeah.
What do you